presentation and the history that you brought to this ceremony today. Thank you very much. Now, at this time, I would like to introduce some additional distinguished guests and community leaders who are present here today. Let me start by introducing the Deputy District Director for our United States Congressman, Marlon Stutzman, Mr. Dan Harmon. Will you please stand and be recognized? New citizens, you will find in the package of information that you received today that Congressman Stutzman has provided each of you with a certificate of special congressional recognition for your decision in becoming a U.S. citizen, and it's in a suitable form to be framed as a remembrance of today. Let me introduce to you now the State Director for our United States Senator Richard Lugar, Mr. Mark E. Hayes. Citizens will find in your package of information a book that has been gifted to you by Senator Lugar. It's called Your Federal Government. I think you'll find it to be very informational and interesting to give you additional background and history regarding your country. We have a representative from Senator Polk's office today. Now, at this time, I'd like to introduce to you a distinguished member of our local bar. He is here today as a representative of the Indiana State Bar Association. Now, new citizens, you may already know this, but some of you may not. A bar association is not a drinking establishment. It is a group of lawyers who get together in common interest and common effort to bring changes into the law, changes into the profession. And so when they come together, they're called a bar association. And so our state of Indiana has an excellent bar association, and the attorney I'm about to introduce to you is one of their members, and he's a proud representative at today's ceremony. He is also a partner in the local law firm of Herbert Law, located here in Fort Wayne. Let me call upon Attorney Conrad Herbert now to address the group on behalf of the Indiana State Bar Association. Counsel.
First, I have to say I'm going to have to ask Judge Springman next time to change the order, so I'm before Ms. Boylan, because after her interesting civics and history lesson, I can't begin to compete, but I'll try to do my duties here. But I want to welcome you on behalf of the Indiana State Bar Association and congratulate you again for your achievement and for doing things appropriately under the law and for joining us in this country and this endeavor of always the melting pot of the world. I'll be very brief. I just want to point out that you have in your packets today that's handed to you by the court earlier, canons of U.S. citizenship, and that's something that the Indiana State Bar Association has provided to you. And obviously with the United States, we all have a magnificent number of rights and freedoms that many countries and many citizens throughout the world don't enjoy. And we, especially those of us I think that were born here, sometimes forget that. And I think it's important for some of you individuals that are now joining us to remind us, and it's a good reminder to us that that is not the norm throughout the world, but oftentimes the exception to the rule. The handout of the page you have from the United States Bar Association also reminds you that with being an American citizen, you have certain duties and obligations. And I won't read them through all with you. You're all capable of doing that. But just a reminder that you have certain things that you need to do as citizens, respect everybody's opinions and beliefs. The important thing is obviously the obligation to vote, which is coming up again for us here next Tuesday, and registering to do so, and putting your part in as part of the democracy and being informed as to those decisions and making good decisions when you do so. So Again, I'll let you review those, but it's a reminder that with the freedom of company duties and obligations, and I want to again welcome you and give my heartfelt congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Attorney Herbert, for those comments and for the continued support of the Indiana State Bar Association for these naturalization ceremonies. The canons of citizenship that Attorney Herbert mentioned are in the package, and it really is a very beautiful certificate. I think we'll cover it also appropriate for breaking as a reminder from citizens of your decision. Now I'd like to introduce the members of our color guard. If you young people would be so kind as to stand and be recognized. Let me introduce our color guard today. They're from Concordia Lutheran High School here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. They're members of the Army Junior ROTC, which stands for Reserve Officer Training Corps. Participating today is Cadet Second Lieutenant Aaron Garrison, who is the commander of this unit, Cadet Staff Sergeant Haley Johnson, Cadet Sergeant Taryn Sears, and Cadet Sergeant Tyler Peterson. These young people, as members of the ROTC, have shown an interest in perhaps finding a future and career in serving in our country's armed services. At this point, as high schoolers, they are learning some of the basics involved in becoming members of a military unit. The color guard provides a very solemn addition to our naturalization ceremonies, and these young people have to train specifically for participating in this public ceremony like this. They have done very well. I understand 3 members of the unit. This is your first naturalization to participate in, and what I heard behind the closed door, you did a fine job, and I'll be watching as you finish the ceremony too. But I want to thank you very much for your interest in joining the ROTC and in Concordia Lutheran High School for sponsoring this junior ROTC. Let's give these young people a round. Now, with just a few minutes left, if I could just ask you for a little bit more patience as we conclude our ceremony. I just wanted to share with you some thoughts that I had in coming into today's ceremony. First, I want to again congratulate you 50 new citizens for making the decision that you made to become citizens of our great country. Over the years when presiding over these ceremonies, I've often had the time and occasion to look around the courtroom as we go through the graduation process and see the symbols of our country that surround us in this courtroom and that are here as kind of reminders or symbols of what it means to become an American and what it means to be an American at this time and place in history.